I hate things to be stagnant. I don't like things to be 4 years out of date. So when I designed this, these are all stickers. And so it's real quick and easy to re-update.
Boom, slide out.
Flew. So all of this, I've approved all the artwork, and so we're just waiting for the install. But we wanted, when a kid comes in here, I wanted them to look and go, this is Houston basketball. This is what you're gonna accomplish. So you have the Coach Sampson accomplishments, what he's done here. We now get to add 2 Final Fours and 3 Elite Eights and 6 straight Sweet 16s. All of, he got 2 additional National Coach of the Year awards this year.
Well, Kelvin, you have done an unbelievable job at Houston. How'd you do it?
Well, everybody talks about your vision. It cannot start with your vision. They've got to believe in the person first. I think having the right leader that can push the envelope without pushing it off the ledge. I think a lot of coaches fail early in their careers because a lot of them were born on third base and think they hit a triple.
The leadership that fails usually starts with being passive aggressive. I coached in the NBA for 6 years. You know why most NBA coaches get fired? They're afraid to coach their best player. Your best player has a lot to do with your team's personality, what time they get to practice, what time they leave, the work ethic that they have during the time they're at practice.
This is such a storied program. I call it a pillar program. You could not tell the story of modern college basketball without Houston. We were the first team to play in stadium. We were the first team to play on national television. We were the first team coming out of, people forget what was so great and ahead of its time about Phi Sigma Gamma is you were coming out of the era where you couldn't dunk. It was technical to dunk.
Really?
Most of the 70s, you could not dunk. And then here comes Houston. So when you think about Guy V. Lewis, he revolutionized the game. Think about 2 things he did. Number 1, that man was a visionary and saying, no, this is a national game. In the 60s, college basketball was, first of all, it was very regionalized. Second of all, they were just playing in itty-bitty gyms. They weren't stadiums, they weren't arenas, they were gyms on college campuses, right? They were in front of 2,000, 3,000. And he looked and said, no, this is a national sport. We're gonna put this thing on national television. We're gonna play UCLA. We're gonna play in the Astrodome. But then he also did something that it rarely gets talked about, and I think is the biggest impact he did to college basketball.
Whoever your main people are on your staff, are they your hardest workers? Now, I get a lot of credit for us winning, but I'm going to tell you why we win. I have a great staff. My staff doesn't get enough credit. And I've learned as I've gotten older to make sure you tell the people that you entrust with your work, tell them how good they are. Don't let today go by without telling somebody on your staff what a great job they did. They need that feedback.
Our players look at our staff as family. All of my auxiliary staff that we have in our program were former managers. I don't take resumes and I don't take phone calls. I hire everything from within. Everybody thinks they need to go hire the best recruiter or the best this. We develop our staff like we develop our players, and that's culture. We don't have a lot of signs in our building. Know what those signs mean anyway. But there's one sign that you'll see a lot in our building. It just says culture. It's how you do anything is how you do everything, right? Being on time, treating people with respect, having the right attitude every day, giving great effort every day in whatever it is you're asked to do. And our kids are pretty good at that.
And for us, I want you to see the moments, right? I want you to see the kids. I want you to see the emotion. I want you to see, the bench guy that maybe will never be anywhere else in this building, but my God, he was part of that team. And so it's really, really important for us, at least, that we were able to recognize and make sure that when they come back here with their families, they see themselves. I keep saying, but when we recruiting is telling a story, right? And you're trying to make sure that they fully understand what kind of program they're committing to, but who we are. So when we're on our way to the big official visit photo shoot, I have these pictures lining the hallway for them. And I want them to see, this is your first photo. So that was Jamal's recruiting photo. This is your first photo on your way to this photo. Right? And it tells the story, look at the development, look how big the kid, the strong, he's battle tested now. this is Marcus Sasser's recruiting photo. This is your first photo on your way to this photo.
Oh my goodness.
And so you're telling those stories. Jerry's isn't dramatic. It was like 9 months later.
Well, thanks a lot, Coach. You came over and you said, heck of a game. 11-1 run to end this. How would you describe the resiliency of your team down the stretch there?
You know, no one ever loses at anything as long as you don't quit. Now, when you quit, then I don't care, you've lost. Our thing in our timeouts tonight, we've been here before. It's not like we were down 20. It's not like we were playing great. We felt like if we could get it close enough to put some game pressure on them, then something good could happen. But all the credit, all the glory goes to God, and all the credit goes to these unbelievable young men I get to coach. I'm so blessed I get to coach these kids. Don't sleep on Houston. We weren't 34-4 playing in the Toy Poodle League. We were 19-1 in the Big 12. Playing in the Big 12 helped us. Shout out to my Big 12 brethren, Coach Brett Yormark, and all the great coaches in the Big 12.